Hey, what's up, guys? Here's an auditor again, checking in here at the police station at the Goodyear Police Department now. Just came from City Hall. Do some records request. So let's try to see if we can speak to Lieutenant Garrett. I'm sorry, Lieutenant. I think it's Garnett. So we're gonna speak to one of the lieutenant and see why his opinion of what we do is simply to get him to talk to us so he can violate our rights. Hello. I'd like to make a public record request.
Okay, do you have a phone number?
No.
Okay, do you have the date and location?
So it's in regards to a contract. Would you guys house contracts here?
Contact with
Between the police department and, for example, the post office?
what kind of contract?
Well, the post office is federal property.
Right.
They have very strict rules in regards to who can or cannot enforce law in there, and it's in their policy. So the law states that the only way that the police can enforce law on their property, on federal property, is if there's a contract or an agreement between the police and the post office, allowing them to come onto federal property and enforce law. So I want to know if there's such a contract between you guys.
Okay, hold on one second.
Sure.
Okay?
Thank you.
So there's no particular report you're looking for?
No, I'm looking for the contract. Yeah.
Information.
Yep.
Okay, so we don't have that particular information here in records, but I can call a supervisor and then he can guide you to where you can find that information, or I can give you our legal department's phone number.
Yeah, if you can get a supervisor, and preferably, I'm not sure if he's here or not, but I did come to speak to Greg Gardner, Lieutenant Greg Gardner, if he's here.
But I can answer the call
That would be great. I do have a couple of questions for him.
for me.
No, for him.
Oh, good. And Vidal, right?
Yes. That's good. I have a couple of cities that know me by name already.
We know you.
Either doing something right or doing something very wrong. No, I went to record a crime scene in Phoenix, and the lieutenant out there was like, "Hey, I know you, Arizona Auditor." I was like, Yeah, I seen a couple messages coming out of this station going to other different police stations too about me. So
You're popular now.
yeah, everybody putting out the warning: watch out, we got a terrorist with a camera. I don't know why everybody gets scared of a camera. It's just a record. That's all it is. You know, if I was a really good note taker, I'd do that. But I suck at taking notes.
Okay, well, if you want to have a seat, somebody will be with you.
Awesome. Thank you. All right.
Records are on the left, general goes right here.
Okay.
Yep.
Looks like there's a class going on right here. Couple other people. No wonder they might actually be busy. The beauty is all these guys in here know exactly who I am. That's the beauty of it.
How you doing?
Good. Yes. Your supervisor?
Yeah, Lt Garner.
Awesome. All right. So just I have a couple questions for you, and actually the one I want to talk to. Number one, I need to see if there's a contract between the Goodyear Police Department or the city of Goodyear and the post office for Goodyear. Would that record be housed here? They actually asked records. They asked me to ask you.
I don't believe we hold any contracts in that regard here, but I would talk to the city clerk's office to see if they have contracts.
I have. Yeah, so I requested it from them already, but I wanted to see if that was housed here at the police station, because it would be a police contract, not just a city contract.
I'm not aware of any contracts.
That they're okay. Secondly, I did receive an email from you to Sarah Miller, Officer Sarah Miller, stating that First Amendment auditors, and I'm pretty sure you know who I am.
Yeah.
So First Amendment auditors are just out there, they just want to get you to talk to them and violate their rights. I just want to ask you personally, is that the way you personally feel, or is that the way the department actually sees auditors?
I would say that's just my opinion based on what I've seen online.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's just your opinion that we go up to officers and just try to entice them and bait them, just pretty much to, you know, like violate our rights and stuff?
I don't think to violate our rights. I think your job is to try to enforce, you believe this First Amendment and try to enforce that.
Right.
So,
Because, I mean, if we look at, I mean, apples to apples, right? We compare apples to apples. When you guys put a radar gun, you guys hide behind a tree and put a radar gun to catch somebody, you know, going 5-10 miles speed limit. When you guys do, you know, sting operations, when you guys do prostitution operations, when you guys do, you know, put a minor into a bar, and those are, you know, documented incidences that police departments across the U.S. are doing. I think that's baiting the citizens, right? Because you're putting a sample. But I mean, if we compare apples to apples, you pointing a radar gun at a car that's passing by. If he's not speeding, there's nothing to worry about, right? So you're not really baiting them. You're testing them, right? You're testing that they're conducting themselves in the right, you know, the right fashion, going the right speed limit and the right highway. They're not speeding. They're not, you know, their blinkers are on and all that. So it's the same thing that we do. We put a camera there, and we're not baiting, right? We're simply making sure if you're conducting yourself in a lawful manner, then there's nothing to worry about. It's the ones that get exposed usually that have an issue with us. Okay. And we're just citizens, man. We're just citizens that live in the community. We believe firmly in our, you know, our constitutional rights. So I wanted to make sure I asked you that personally, not ask, you know, another superior or anything, to see if, again, that was just your opinion. But I really wish you didn't have that opinion of us. We're just a regular person. I know that some of our videos might depict otherwise. Believe me, man, when I say this, I truly mean this. I'm not an anti-police. I'm not discriminatory. I don't have anything against police officers. I am very anti-cop, anti-bad cop. Okay. So those guys that get exposed, man, we go after them as much as we possibly could and expose them more, because it makes your whole department look bad. And we don't want to generalize, like we ask that the police don't generalize us, right? Oh, he looks like a thug. Well, I mean, he might not be a thug,
yeah,
right?
Everyone tries to be a professional as best we can.
Exactly, and that's what we try to do. Of course, just like you guys, there's bad apples, you know, in the bucket. Yeah, but not all of us are like that, man. Like I said, I live in this community. I love my community. I love to work for my community and in my community. But I really don't want to have that, you know, animosity with the police where they think I'm doing something bad, when I truly believe and feel that I'm doing something that's constitutionally protected, and it's a good thing for my own community, for we the people. And, you know, and you have family members that are part of the community, I'm sure, that are, you know, part of the we the people, that are not part of the government and stuff. Mm-hmm. So, you know, we represent that, you know, all of us together, including you guys. You know what I mean? So,
yeah. I've never personally had a problem with you, so
yeah. I mean, I saw an email. I saw an email that came out of your email to her. It was a little bit disturbing, simply because what it stated was, you know, she was gonna go have pretty much like a conference with other officers and talk about how, you know, look at my videos and talk about how First Amendment auditors come in and their goal is to get you to talk and violate their rights. And I just wanted to say that record straight, man, because that is not our intent. That's definitely not my intent.
No, I appreciate you coming.
You know what I mean? So I'll shake your hand, man, and I appreciate you taking your time to talk to me. I will go back to the city and then see if any records or anything like that. But just trying to pull some records, man, for myself. And
no worries.
But I appreciate your time. Yeah, man.
Thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
Thank you. You have a great day.
You too.
All right, guys, so I will be posting that pretty soon here as a conversation with the Lieutenant Gardner there, who was the lieutenant that wrote that email I posted on. So I wanted to give him every opportunity to really just set the record straight. Tell me if it's your opinion, or is this the stance of the police department? And he made it clear it was his opinion. He doesn't know me personally. He was pretty much just expressing his feelings based on his opinions based on other videos he's seen. I mean, and again, I'm not anti-cop. I'm anti-bad cop. And when I post a bad cop on my channel, guys, that's usually when you see these videos go viral. It's when there's a bad cop. It's really not when there's a really good cop. So I get it. It looks biased, but we're not biased, man. And I'll set the record straight any day of the week. I will come in like I did right now. I'll come and speak to them. I wish he would have done the same. I understand why he didn't, but at least he set the record straight. It's his personal opinion, and I hope that changes his mind. I know he's probably going to watch this video, but I hope that changes his mind. And any of you other cops here in Goodyear, Tolleson, Avondale, Phoenix, Mesa, Tempe, all these areas are here where I go and conduct these tests. I hope that you guys that are watching understand that we're not anti-cops, we're anti-bad cops, and we would really hope that you be the same. Unfortunately, that's not always the case, and like just in our community, I'm sure there's bad cops, there's good cops and bad cops, there's bad apples everywhere. So we want to make sure that we try to bridge this gap. I'm really trying to focus on bridging the gap between the community and the police, at least one cop at a time, guys. And I think if we all put forth that effort, we definitely close some gaps. It's got to be a two-way street, though. It can't be a one-way street where we're the only ones trying to bridge the gap. The police also has to try to bridge the gap with the community, and not just those that lick their boots or obey what they say. It's those that are lawful citizens that are here in the community, that are part of the community, that are deserving of the service that they pay for their police enforcement and all that. And just wish that they actually enforce law, where there's actually laws broken, not just policies or feelings. But that's all for you guys, all you cops watching. But thank you guys for bearing with me. I post whatever I do, so here it is for you guys. Thank you guys. Arizona Auditor checking out here in the city of Goodyear. You guys be blessed.